Hello, this is Padge and welcome to a festive-ish version of Padge Plays in Indie Edition, Christmas Edition. Let's call it Christmas Edition. 'Tis the season and all that. With the game Yuligans, Christmas is coming, by a developer called The Worst of Friends. Now, this has been painted to me as being a choose-your-own-adventure, except Christmas themed. We are elves and we are on the run up to Christmas, and the decisions we make leading up to Christmas entails how Christmas pans out. Is it a good Christmas? Are all the little children happy? Does the Grinch come in and ruin it all? Does everybody get coal? Does the world explode? I don't know. This is what we're here to find out. Now, apparently there is a lot of different endings dependent on what goes on. So I'm feeling like we just jump in, I don the old Christmas hat, and we just crack on and see what's going about. So with that being stated, as you can see, it is a game which can be played online if you so choose, but I don't have any friends. So let's just do local, shall we? Oh, we're loading. Local control. Oh, I have my controller. Add as many players as you like. Press add player to add more. You know what? One's enough. I feel that is absolutely fine. Local controller 1. I presume that means my mouse. Use WASD or arrow keys for keyboard input. Can I change that? Remove. If I remove, I can't remove. I'm guessing I could just play with WASD and get on with it. So, well, let's crack on, shall we? Oh, we get to choose an elf. I mean, I like to think that I'm going to choose one which is most suitable to the way I look. I mean, I've got dark hair. I've got thick eyebrows. I like to think I'm jolly. My ears probably don't stick out that much, but even so, that's probably the best of the bunch here. I mean, I do wear glasses too, but, you know, this one's probably closer to the foray. There we go. Dingle, dingle. 8 weeks till Christmas. It's the beginning of November. Christmas is practically here. Hooray! Up at the North Pole, winter comes early and we're all just waking up from our year-long nap. I thought they worked all year round to make all the presents. I mean, there's a lot of presents all around. Things have to be done. It's not like they go and order them all from Amazon overnight. Jeez, maybe they do. I don't know. Amazon is a big company. With only 8 weeks until the big night, will we be ready, or will there be another year without a Santa? What do you mean another year without a Santa Claus? Have there been years without Santa Claus that I'm unaware of? That seems pretty grim. Hey ho. So here I am, 8 weeks till Christmas. Alright, so we can move around. What do we have? We have the Soda Jerk. Sounds a bit like what I'd be if I went there. We have the Elves Workshop, Museum of Christmas, the Claus's Kitchen, the Elf Gym, Santa's Workshop, and Krampus's Shack. Oh, Krampus is here. That can't be good. We also seem to have different coloured lights. Oh, what's it to you? Abominable Woods. Yes. So we've got all these Christmas lights along the side here. We have what I presume is a very good Christmas, being a nice shiny present. And then we have a pretty sort of dismal looking, half-beaten bit of presenteering going on the bottom there. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going into this blind. God knows what's going to happen. I suggest we just go to each thing, find our niche and go from there, really. So we'll start with a Soda Jerk. Why the hell not? So we can drink, clean, or go back. Oh. Well, I mean, should we drink? You spend the week warming your signature stool at the end of the counter in the Soda Jerk, downing one sugary beverage after another. You gain 2 speedy and 1 jolly. Oh, so we have speedy and jolly, strong, creative, and gumdrops. I suppose it beats your standard sort of, you know, stamina and agility. You didn't see the slick of soda as you walked in the door. It didn't matter. You were blamed for the damage caused by you flying into every table with the grace of a pinball. It's difficult to enjoy a good soda when you can feel the eyes of everyone in the room on you. Well, we don't have 4 gumdrops, so I can't do that. So I guess I'm going to have to apologise. After working up your courage, you stand on the chair to address the room. Oh, not you, someone shouts from the back. After your rocky start, your apology doesn't recover much. At least you had the humility to try. Oh, that's it. I'm all about the effort, me. You gain 1 nice. Oh, fantastic. That's good. I'm guessing that's good. Let's not forget the midwinter feast. Once Santa is awake, he's going to be terribly hungry. Milk and cookies alone won't do. Oh, okay. Is that pushing me towards Claus's kitchen then, I suppose? Let's do that, shall we? We can bake, do a taste test, or go back. Let's bake. We need food. You spend the week baking goodies. Some will go to the elves as they get back into the swing of things. Some will be saved for the midwinter feast. And some you'll keep for yourself. You gain 1 speedy, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. One afternoon, you're asked to go into the back pantry to retrieve some sugar plums. As you grope around in the dark looking for a light, your hand accidentally hits something on the wall. You hear a creaking as it slides into an unseen notch. The floor rumbles and opens as a faint glow comes from the racks of ingredients below. Mrs. Claus's secret pantry! Ooh! It's rumoured she stores only the rarest of ingredients here. Imagine what you could make with them. So we can search the secret pantry, or we can retrieve the sugar plums. I mean, she's the boss man's wife, ultimately. It's not someone you want to be on the wrong side of. I mean, ultimately, she decks his halls, shall we say. So there is a certain amount of control that she does have of this. Well, let's face it, it's a corporation. So let's retrieve the sugar plums and be done with it. No. Secrets are secrets for a reason, and it isn't nice to snoop. You push the notch again and the floor closes. You feel around for another moment and find the light. The sugar plums are quickly found and delivered. They even throw in a tip. You gain 1 nice and 1 gumdrop. We're in the money. Father Christmas and Mother Earth come for the feast every year and stay a few weeks after. They're so proud of their son and what he does for all the good children of the world. Santa doesn't always see that, though. We need him at his jolliest for the sleigh ride. Oh, okay. So we need jolliness. I mean, I don't know where to go at this point. That was a bit of a slight. I mean, sleigh ride. Do I need to go and check the woods for his sleigh ride? Let's go check the woods. Who's Snowkin, and why can I feast to him or taunt him? Maybe I should just go to work. Maybe that's the thing. I mean, what's this at the top? Elves Workshop. Let's go to the Elves Workshop. We shall make toys? You spend the entire week inside the workshop, hammering away at toys with your fellow elves on the assembly line. Don't forget to whistle while you work. You gain 1 jolly, 1 speedy, and are paid 1 gumdrop. Goody shivers as she walks in from the cold. Is that Judy? That's probably Judy. Asking for you by name. Ooh. Grammy Two Shoes needs a sleigh ride over the river and through the woods back home. The trip will take the whole day tomorrow, and Judy needs someone to cover her shift on the hammering line. Pretty please? Point at Mal. I'm not your guy, but I know who is. No, we're elves. We are good people. Good. So let's cover Judy's shift. I'm still questioning how you spell that, but never mind. You gladly offer to help Judy so she can be with her family. That's what the season is all about. The next day you show up at the hammering line as promised. You quickly realise you're in over your head as you feel your feeble arms giving out by lunch. You're unable to complete the day and go home early. Even though she warmly accepts your apology that night, you can tell Judy is upset with you. Oh, I tell you, you can't do right for doing right with some people. Bloody Judy. Hey, she asked you. Yeah, damn right. She didn't go to Mal, did she? She came straight to me, the go-to guy. Yeah, okay, so I'm a little bit thin on the old arm muscles, but she should have taken that into consideration. I understand. We wear very baggy jumpers at work, but even so, I'm an elf. I'm not a jackhammer. Jeez. You gain 1 nice. Well, I tried, I suppose. As November draws to a close, guests for the feast begin to arrive several days early. Time to put on your finishing touches. What To what? You never know who might show up. Oh. Maybe I should go to the gym? It would appear I'm a bit weedy. Let's go to the gym. And we shall train in strength. Christmas isn't Christmas without some heavy lifting. You spend the week picking up heavy presents and putting them down. You gain 3 strong. Next to a marshmallow climbing wall, someone has stacked a Christmas tree-sized mound of boxes. With a shout, Krampus runs past you, launches off of a side wall and lands halfway up the marshmallows. Using just his arms, he gravels himself to the other side of the climbing wall and throws himself onto the box structure. He lands perfectly on his hooves and turns to you, a hand outstretched. Parkour? Well, I have just... I'm 4 speedy. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? I'm 3 strong, but I'm 4 speedy. Parkour! Being quite a bit shorter than Krampus, you can't quite get the height he does, but you give it your all. It's all about momentum and control. After several attempts, you can kick off from the side wall onto the marshmallows. Soon enough, you're trying moves of your own. You gain 1 speedy. I think that was good. Santa is awake! I repeat, the big guy is up! The midwinter feast is upon us, and there is still much to be done. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Not only do we have Father Christmas and Mother Earth, but Jack Frost, the ghost of Christmas past, and Abby Snow, leader of the Snowkin as well. Even Krampus has decided to join us in holiday cheer. What could go wrong? We got to schmooze. Okay, so we can prepare sides, schmooze guests, set the table, or serve dessert. Well, I'm sure there is a process to this, so I think we should probably prepare the sides first. Make inventive side dishes before the feast begins. Yes! Mrs. Claus is a little apprehensive when you offer to help with the sides. After some thought, she decides to give you a chance to let your imagination shine. Somehow, you end up burning the water. Maybe Mrs. Claus's gut reaction was right. Okay, so... that isn't my niche. That's fine. What a disaster! After all our hard work, tonight will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Though several of the guests had excused themselves early by the time the dessert plates were taken away. Those remaining settled down by the hearth to hear Father Christmas and Krampus lively debate over the true meaning of the holidays. Tempers flare as everyone quietly gazes into the fire. Despite it all, the night ends with Santa leading his parents off to Mother Earth's cottage, exiting the room with his signature jolly laugh. Ho, ho, ho. That went pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. That did not go the way I thought it would. However, it looks like we've got a whole new plethora of buildings to go to. And just like that, the first letters to Santa have begun pouring in. We're all loosening our belts as a notch after the midwinter feast, but we can't let that slow us down. Now that the big guy's awake, we can finally open up the rest of the North Pole. Hooray! Right, what we got? So we've got the standard ones down here. Mother Earth's garden, post office, frozen lake, reindeer stalls. I mean, it's 4 weeks before Christmas. The post is coming in. We need to help. By mixing up letters? That doesn't seem too jolly. We're going to deliver letters to Santa. You spend the week hauling letters from all the children of the world to Santa's workshop. They pour all their hopes and dreams into every letter, so you better get them to the big guy. You gained 1 nice, 1 speedy, and are paid 1 gumdrop. A call for help comes from one of the back rooms as a stream of letters shoot from the floor to ceiling behind the front desk. Someone has mismatched the mail tubes. Osy nosy. One of the elves sits... I'll start that again. One of the elves next to you gets sucked onto the wall by a nearby tube. Someone has to do something. I've got 6 speedy. Look for the culprit. Unscrew the main tubes. I'm speedy. I'm going to try and unscrew the main tubes. I don't want the whole sort of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory elf being sucked up the pipe to be taken to God knows where. So let's unscrew the main tubes. To cause this big of a stir, the main tubes must be the problem. You rush to them and see a team starting to figure out what tube needs to go where. They attempt to tell you where to change them, but you struggle to get them to move. After several minutes, you pull your shoulder and are forced to let everyone else handle the situation. You lose 1 strong. Alright. I tried. The letters from all the children of the world have begun to pass so high that a spool of lights has been draped around them. It creates a most festive scene in the post office. What a sight to see. We need to get through those letters on the double. If Santa sees, he'll probably let out one of his jolly laughs, but he'll be angry. You know what? It didn't work out too well for me. I am going to... I'll prep the reindeer a little bit closer to the time. I'm going to go to the Museum of Christmas. I'm going to keep out of the way. It would appear stuff I'm doing isn't going according to plan. So let's go to the Museum of Christmas. And let's do some research. Let's not waste our time. But let's be as, you know, efficient with it as we can. You spend the whole week delving into Christmas's history, discovering long-forgotten family traditions. You gain 1 nice, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. The hustle and bustle of the museum sweeps you into a nearby hallway. Small exhibits on holidays such as Diwali and Hanukkah, and various Thanksgivings of the world. And even the winter solstice line the walkway. The Hall of Days! Ha ha ha. It will take some time to get through the crowd, so you let yourself get caught up in the displays. They give you a couple of ideas for presents to give to your friends. You gain 1 creative. Hooray! Not a waste. Not a waste. Krampus has started to snoop around the outskirts of town. Every year he tries to get his hands on the naughty and nice list, and almost every year we stop him. Almost. Oh, the horror for the poor naughty children. Santa usually goes soft on them, but Krampus? No. Krampus makes sure the naughty ones get their coal. Okay, so, I mean, let them get coal, as far as I'm concerned. Elle's workshop? What can we do on the frozen lake? Make coin? You can't make coins on a lake. That's ridiculous. Post office we've done. Mother Earth's garden. No. Done that. Done that. That didn't go too well. Vulnerable woods? Let's feast with Snowkin. Maybe Snowkin will come to the rescue if we keep him on our good side. You spend the week participating in the Snowkin communal feasts. Ideas and stories are shared freely as you relax into the evenings. You gain 1 nice, 1 jolly, and 1 creative. One afternoon, as you're sitting down for lunch under a tree, you hear a rustling in the distance. Before you can do anything, Prancer prances past you at high speed. Her bad habit of finding herself out here with no way back to the stalls is going to be the ruin of Christmas. Your lunch sits in your lap, but you can still hear Prancer getting farther away from you. Yeah, we got to rein up those reindeers. I mean, it's a case of, in a couple of weeks' time, they will be needed. We can't let Prancer be making a prat of themselves. You sigh as you take off into the woods after Prancer. When you catch up, she slows down and smiles. She explains that she's lost, but that this is her favourite place to go to in all the North Pole. As you gaze around at the scenery, you start to agree. You lead Prancer back to the stalls, collecting a quick reward before heading back to your lunch. You gain 1 nice and are paid 2 gumdrops. We are rolling in gumdrops, or the gumdrops rolling in us. I don't know. I don't know. And now the Christmas snow has set in. With only a week to go, the power of eggnog and candy canes have us all dashing for the finish line. Breathe in that Christmas spirit one more time. We'll be sleeping until next November again soon enough. I still can't get over that. Jeez. I thought elves worked hard and they're just slackers. There's no sort of beating about a bush with this. If they are dozing from, let's say, December the 27th, we'll give them 1 day's grace. December the 27th until November, that's a hell of a lot of downtime when stuff could be going on. I mean, are they caretakers? Who looks after this place? Who keeps the dust off things? I mean, if there was a hyperallergic elf around, they've got no chance, have they, really? But I digress. Reindeer stalls. Excuse me. Let's train the reindeer, shall we? I mean, we're pretty speedy. We should be able to keep up with them. You spend the week running the reindeer, young and old, through their training courses. Every so often you try out one of the jumps and... nope. You gain 1 speedy, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. As you stroll between the stalls and training area one evening, a white goat jumps into the trail before you. Adorned in red ribbons, it bleats at you. I am the Yule goat and demand my gift. Who? And you'd better get them one. Oh, that's me saying that. It's tradition. Everyone knows that the Yule goat doesn't need anything big, but it's naughty to decline their demands. Yeah, I mean, we got 2 gumdrops. That's fine. You can have 2 gumdrops. You don't deserve it. I just want to point that out. You don't deserve it, but I'll give it you. I'll give it you. You raise a finger and promise to be back in a moment. The Christmas spirit puts some speed in your step. You find yourself at the post office, asking for festive stamps fit for the Yule goat. When you return, the goat bleats its approval and hops back into the trees. You pay 2 gumdrops. You gain 1 nice, 1 jolly, and 1 speedy. Ho, ho, and indeed ho. Christmas Eve is upon us. The remote workshop outside is behind schedule, and if we don't get their deadlines met, all the children of Not Here will wake up with nothing but presents from their parents. Prancer has pranced off. That sleigh won't fly with only 7 reindeer. I thought I sorted Prancer out. I thought we were friends. Worst of all, Krampus is closing in on the naughty and nice list. Luckily, he hasn't got in it yet, but he's sure to take advantage of all this chaos. Stay on the curls of your shoes, elves. We've got a sleigh to pack. Right. What are we going to do? Well, we can't do anything until we get a full load of reindeer. So let's catch Prancer first. So yeah, we're going to go look for Prancer. After finding her tracks, you go running towards the abominable woods. As you breach the tree line, several snowkin point you in Prancer's direction. You find her shortly after, prancing around one of the snowkin's bonfires. Hopping onto her back, you wrestle control of her reins and steer her back to the sleigh. Your hunt helps Christmas. Hooray! It's hard to believe another Christmas Eve is over. Is that all I had to do? It's been a long 2 months, but no matter the outcome, we'd never trade them for the world. All that matters is that we did this together and that we enjoyed ourselves as we did so. This year, however, Krampus found it. With a naughty and nice list proudly in hand, Krampus strolled right up to the sleigh, a sack dangling over his back. According to his agreement with Santa, we were powerless to stop him at that point. Without oversight, Krampus dug through the pile of gifts on the back of the sleigh, gleefully replacing those belonging to the naughty children with coal. It may feel like a defeat, but at least Christmas continues on. This is far more common an outcome than the naughty children of the world would like to think. Merry Christmas, everyone! The next week is all about reflection and one last chance to enjoy ourselves before we snooze for 10 months. Bloody hell. Despite everything going well for the holiday, you never felt like you found yourself this year. The good thing about hibernating for 10 months is that you can have a fresh start any year you want. This is going to be your year. You spend the time until New Year's going about the locales of town, experiencing what there is to see, and finding what really feels like you. It's never too late to find something new about yourself. New year, new you. And there we go. So, what do I take out of that, I suppose, is the real question. I mean, it wasn't a bad year, to a certain extent, but it wasn't an outstandingly good year. I mean, is this where if there were multiple players that maybe we could cover more things during each week and therefore be able to have a more positive end of Christmas scenario? I don't know. Maybe I should go outside and make friends and see what that's all about. But as far as that's concerned, considering I was doing it all on my lonesome, I think it ended pretty well. We did it. We survived Christmas. I don't think anyone's worse off. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. The naughty kids have got cold, but let's face it, they deserve it. If they're going to be little buggers, then that's what they deserve. And with that being said, I think that's the best way we can leave this festive episode, really. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for playing. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I wish you all a very happy and healthy festive period. I will be back in the new year, cracking on with my standard stuff. Plus, I am hoping over the new year period to be able to go to Arcade Club in Leeds after my visit to Arcade Club in Bury in Manchester last year. So please look out for that video. And yes, we'll kick it off in the new year. So have a jolly one. Ho, ho, and indeed ho. Take it easy.